We placed an ad on Craigslist for a sperm donor because we're both trying to conceive a child by artificial insemination.
Artificial insemination.
Yes.
But you're trying to do it at home.
Yes.
Yes, home insemination.
Okay.
And so we placed an ad. We been trying over a year now, and we've been going through different people, and we decided to go with Oakton because we sat down and had a conversation with him. We interviewed him. And we had
Okay, hold on. Slow your roll a second. Are you a couple?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you look at her a second?
I didn't look at her. I
okay.
paused for a second.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand the dynamic going on here. All right. So you put an ad in Craigslist.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's when you went shopping on Craigslist? I mean,
no, because we went through other stages and then
tell me about it. What other stages did you go?
We went through asking family members, very close friend of ours. We even asked people that we thought would do the same thing that we expected from Oakton that was total strangers, and it just didn't work out. But at least we didn't go to the extent of spending so much money on those people.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Now, when you say it didn't work out, you tried it and it didn't work out, or they wouldn't agree to it?
No, it's not that they didn't agree to it. We just, after talking to them and interviewing them, we realized, okay, these are not the people that we want to,
Right.
So,
now,
no.
The goal that you had was to have the same person be the donor for both of you, correct?
Yes, so at least
and
the
your goal
children
was for both, right? So the children would be siblings. And the goal was for both of you to get pregnant at the same time, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
Okay. All right. So you put an ad on. I've seen it all, man. You put an ad on Craigslist. Okay. And I shouldn't be flippant about this because you obviously you want a baby, and I take it that the traditional method is too expensive.
It is very
well,
expensive.
I shouldn't say the traditional method. The method of sperm donorship through a facility is too expensive. The traditional method is apparently out of the question. All right, got it. Okay, so you find him. so you ladies find him on Craigslist.
Yes.
Okay. And was he the first person who answered the ad, or the only person who answered?
No, we had over 150 people that responded to the ad. Yes. Yeah. Some were
wanted sex.
Yeah, some people was just just straight idiots. I mean, the ad was obvious what we were expecting. It was no, physical contact involved at all. But some people I'll do it as long as I can get to see two of you together and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
so those are screened pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then how many people do you actually have to interview?
Well, we interviewed over 25 people.
Really?
But that was before Oakton though, just over various.
No, I mean through the Craigslist ad.
How many? 25 people.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then you meet Oakton, and what was it about him that you found captivating?
He had a lot of similarities that the both of us had together that we would think that the child would benefit from, and then the extra, criteria that he had, So it was.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what you mean when your eyebrows raised like that when you pointed to me. I don't know what.
I mean, his mind frame. I mean, he was a very intelligent young man.
He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
He was. I mean, he was funny. He had a sense of humor, but then he was serious, and the attitude that he showed us and displayed us when we first met him was wow, he had his head on his shoulder, and he was very determined, and no matter what obstacles that he may have been facing at the time, that wasn't going to set him back for achieving anything that he set forth for himself in life. So that was just great for us to know that he was so young.
He's bigger than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have no choice but accept the fact that it takes a certain someone to sell a sperm. Okay,
right.
That's
right.
Whether it's at a facility or through Craigslist or anywhere else.
And then he also said in high school he had a friend that their parents had went through the same thing, so he kind of knew what we were going through.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys actually have a written contract.
Yes.
Yeah.
May I see it, please? Mr. Drott, so what were you thinking? Just curious.
Okay, well, as they said, I had a friend in high school who was raised by two mothers. He was one of my best friends, and I thought that he grew up in a stable household, and I thought that I believe that anybody should have the right to parent a child no matter their situation.
How were you, just curious, mentally going to deal with the issue of there being issue of yours out there that you apparently were going to sign over all your rights to?
Oh.
Because part of the deal is that he has nothing to do with the child.
Yes.
Right. So did that trouble you in any way? I don't want you, I'm just asking because I'm fascinated by this case.
My ideology towards it is unless you raise the child, it's not your child.
Okay.
And once they were pregnant, I was going to give out all my rights.
Right.
And they were.
Did you wonder whether maybe 25 years from now you might wonder about?
We also had an agreement that, and when they turned 18, I was gonna contact them once every year until they turned 18, and then when they turned 18, they had the choice if they wanted to contact me or not.
Right,
and
that's
I was
in the
okay with that.
contract.
Okay, where did you guys get the contract?
Through Google.
On the internet. In the contract, I'm looking for it, and I didn't really see it, so I'm just curious. Does it say how many deposits he's going to make at the bank per day?
No, that's not in the contract. We made a verbal agreement about that.
Okay, first of all, you posted a fertility ad on Craigslist. That's not family planning. That's paranormal activity. I'm sorry, but Craigslist for a child, not a couch, not a lawnmower, a baby? Craigslist is where you find haunted dressers, not co-parents. The fact that they got responses from weird dudes wanting to inseminate them mattress pull away tells you everything about Craigslist. If a man responds to a Craigslist ad offering to inseminate you the fun way, I promise you it's not genetically sound. And this young guy sees this ad and thinks, yeah, I'm qualified, and pulls up with a cup and a dream. He wasn't the creepiest option, I guess. He was just the least mattress polo enthusiastic. Nothing says professionalism like a fertility agreement printed from Windows XP. And to be honest with you guys, a Craigslist sperm contract has the same legal weight as a napkin. And what's weird about this is that these two women decided that they wanted to get pregnant at the same time by the same Craigslist dude. Like, guys, listen to this. They said, let's make our kids siblings and let's have the same dad and let's get that dad from Craigslist. I mean, call this guy Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. This dude wasn't picked because he was special. He got the golden ticket because he was the only responder who didn't want to inseminate them with mattress polo. I couldn't imagine wanting to respond to a Craigslist ad to crank out some cups for some ladies, but I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that this is totally normal, or is this the sketch fest that we all think it is?
But that seems to be the problem around here, isn't it?
We asked Oak if he could provide semen twice a day. He said yes, with no problem.
But twice a day, and that would go for both of you?
Yes.
Okay. And he said no problem. All right.
He said he could
and
do
so
it.
twice a day, you're going to do it twice a day, every day for how long?
For 14 days.
How would this work physically? One of you tell me. How would this physically work? He'd go to your house.
We decided that he would come during the day, and that when he came over during the day, that he would, take the normal steps to provide the semen to us.
Right. And then physically, where would that semen go? Like, how do you catch it and then take it and then do what you want with it?
He inserted it into a syringe.
Okay. Now, did someone tell you that was a good way to do it, or did you read that was a good way?
We read that it was.
Because I always say, no, I'm asking you. Look,
I mean, not that someone.
You're freaking him out, but we'll deal with him in a second. Okay. What I'm wondering is, I had always heard that you needed to give them a little rest, because otherwise it would be there, but it wouldn't be as potent and it wouldn't be useful for you to get pregnant. That you had to that you had to wait a certain amount of time. Is that old-fashioned advice, or
what? I don't want to sound rude or anything, but people who have natural intercourse don't sit and wait. They just have it whenever they feel like having it.
Oh, you're so wrong.
People have sex every day.
No, I know they do. But wait, let me just tell you something, honey. Wait, I'm going to educate you on a little something. When you're trying to get pregnant, it is very medical. Okay? It's no longer, woo, we're having fun. That's not how it works when you're trying to get pregnant. All right? And I was at a judicial I don't care. I was at a judicial conference in Tampa, and I called my husband and I said, get over here. And his response was, I broke my pinky. And my response was, I don't need your pinky. Okay? And so it was quite medical. Like, you're timing it. And so no, I don't know about that. But anyway, you might want to look into it.
The judge here is giving them some sort of education on how it works. And I'm like, honey, these two ladies were on Craigslist trying to find a sperm donor. I don't understand why she's shocked that these ladies have no idea how to do it. They're basically taking a turkey baster and shoving it up there. They legitimately wanted to get pregnant on the same day, like matching tattoos. A synchronized pregnancy? That's some Olympic level coordination, and obviously if they were expecting to do it this way, then they didn't understand that this is a full-on medical process. And furthermore, I think it's strange that you just let a stranger come into your house, quite literally, and crank out some syringes and then walk out the door as if it was just not a big deal. This case, guys, is weird, but what do you guys think so far?
I don't know about that, but anyway, you might might want to look into it. So in any event, how many times a day was this young man coming to your house and making a deposit at the bank?
I apologize.
Okay, you know, you guys are now my favorite case of my 9 years at People's Court. Okay, ovulation day. You know you're ovulating. By the way, are you ovulating at the exact same time?
Yes.
Yeah, because you've been living together for a while now, and
Yes.
that sort of happens.
Yep.
Oh, so you understand it. Okay.
So he comes over on the day you're both ovulating.
Yes.
And then so he does what we described before.
Right.
And he does it twice a day until when? When do things go wrong?
Things started to go wrong when it was issues with his girlfriend, his mother, his job.
But what
He
were
can't-
the issues?
We have no
Well, he
Okay,
said-
what were the issues? What do you say went wrong?
Okay. The problem that I had with it, yes, it started off with twice a day.
And by the way, how much
Two-
money were you going to make?
$2,000 if they were pregnant.
If both of them got
Yeah,
pregnant?
if
What if
both-
one of them got pregnant?
We didn't really discuss
Nobody
that.
discussed
we
stuff
did.
like
We did
that.
discuss that.
Okay,
We said
what-
that if I got pregnant, that you would continue to try until the both of us are
Okay.
actually
Okay, but
pregnant.
did he get any money if only one of you got pregnant? Or that was a freebie?
No. We would have paid him, but he
No.
he
No,
got
well,
money.
what does the contract
was-
say about it? He
If
get paid.
at any time we realized that nothing could happen, we would pay him.
Oh, but that was
It's
just going
not
to be
that
out of the goodness of your heart. There was no contingency for that, like whether you know. All right. So in any event, and so what if you worked your little heart out, and then they didn't get pregnant? Then you just got nothing.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
All righty. Okay. Did they live
okay.
far?
It was a 45-minute drive.
45 minutes every single day, and then what? Wait. Would you go twice a day, or would you go once a day and spend a little time
Okay.
there?
At first I was going once a day, depositing twice.
Right.
And then they wanted me to come twice a day, depositing 4 times a day. 4 times a day.
Twice a day and deposit 4 times a day? He's
Yeah, and I
only
did
human.
that.
Okay, so you're telling me that this guy cranked his turkey so raw just to get you guys pregnant? I mean, at this point, you might as well just have him do it the natural way. I mean, this poor guy would drive 45 minutes to get his turkey cranked 4 times a day just for what? For nothing? I mean, I know that people can tend to do this if they have no life, and it's something that some men struggle with. But I mean, come on. How do you have so much ammo in the bank for it to even happen like that? I just don't understand. I mean, scientifically, dudes gotta have some rest after each round at least. I mean, I feel like this guy probably decided to back out, mostly because he was like, my swing-a-ling-a-ding-dong hurts so bad I can't even touch it, and my girlfriend's mad at me because I'm going over to your place and giving you guys the good fun sauce, and she gets no access to it whatsoever.
Only lying.
Okay, now
I'm
according to you,
not
it was
lying.
twice a day and depositing 4 times a day.
Yeah, I did as much as I could, and it got to the point where it was tiring, to put it.
It was
for
tiring.
Yeah. It was. Do I have to go into details?
Well,
Like,
I don't know, because I don't know what you're going to say, so I don't know how bad.
It became sore, raw. I don't know what other words to use.
That didn't occur to you that might happen if you were making that many deposits?
Well.
That you might go blind, or that, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it
So you know,
started.
I take it from what you're saying is
They didn't. Okay. They acted like they had little understanding of the male anatomy.
Wait, you mean to tell me that these two ladies who like to, engage in intercourse with each other have very little understanding of what male anatomy and how it works? I mean, first of all, I believe that a lot of straight women wouldn't understand how it works. What makes you think these two would even have any idea? I mean, for God's sake, everyone is so shocked that these two ladies who looked for a sperm donor on Craigslist. You guys, this is just, you can't make this up.
they had little understanding of the male anatomy.
I couldn't. I needed breaks, and they became they acted increasingly more hostile towards me
And demanding?
when I asked for these breaks. And I asked for 2 breaks. The first one was
When you say
okay.
breaks, what do you physically
Just
mean?
a day.
A day
just
off.
a day
Okay.
off.
Okay.
But
And then,
the reason why I don't understand this is because I made donations.
right. You feel like you did. I understand.
I made donations.
Your
I
defense
wouldn't
is,
have
what are
been
you
able to
talking
make-
about? I didn't breach. I made the donations. That's what the contract calls for. I made donations. The problem here is that I can't make donations for the rest of my life. How many days do you say you went?
12 days.
And consecutive every day?
There was a break like at the 5th day or 6th day, and then the last day I said I was way too tired.
Okay,
and
so
then,
were there 10 days of deposits or 12 days of deposits spread over 14 days? It's all right. It's something like that.
I never
all right,
thought
what do you
this would...
say it was?
I agree with him. I think it was about 12 days, and I think that within those 12 days, he had 2 breaks within 12 days.
Okay, well, that was big of you. All right, $95 spent on food. What's that?
The food that we spent, Dunkin' Donuts, The Office, IHOP.
The Office? What do you mean The Office?
Interviews.
It's a restaurant.
Oh, a restaurant called The Office?
Him out. Right, we just wanted to take him out and make him feel comfortable with us, to open up and have a conversation with us so we can get to know him and he can get to know us.
So now, because you feel that it was a waste,
yes.
Now you want him
to pay
if
for
you'd
it.
gotten pregnant, would you have felt it was a waste? No, you would have felt it was the greatest thing that ever happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay. $118 on gas and tolls for the defendant because you were always reimbursing him for the gas and tolls, I guess?
No, our gas.
Your gas and tolls. For him? How? He was always coming to you. Why would you have $118?
No, he wasn't always coming to us. Like we had to travel, like drop him off one time. Like it wasn't like he was always coming to us. And
do you have $118 worth of proof of gas and tolls?
No, but
okay, $150 owed for paid to defendant to make donations.
Right, that's what I was trying to explain to you. During the times that Oakton was saying that it was bothering him, we'd offered an additional $150 if he was to come to the house right then and there and give to donate the sperm. He had no problem with doing that. When we would give him the $50 and the $50 and the $50,
but when you said money, he could do it now. He could do it.
So, like, I just felt as though, like, if it was an issue with him, no matter how much money is presented in front of you or whatever the issue is, you're just not going to do it if it's that painful.
$15 for electricity?
Yeah, because we work at our home. We were where we were.
And the light was on when he came over?
Exactly. Television.
So you want $15 for electricity?
Television. We had to burn electricity for him to be in our home.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
All right, ladies. Now, here's,
Can I make an argument?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I made donations. We made an attempt for pregnancy. Okay. I think all those... The money that they gave me, I used for gas to get there because it was a 45-minute trip. I didn't make any money on this. I don't.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I lost money. If anything, I should countersue.
I don't know about that.
But I don't feel like dealing with legal stuff. Like I never thought this would ever happen. I got the letter.
That there might be some issues with this kind of thing. You didn't think that there issues.
I never thought that. I thought that I tried my best to get them pregnant.
Ladies, tell me, what I want to know from Shah and from Candy is the following. What part of the contract did he violate?
We didn't get pregnant.
Okay.
That's
there are no guarantees in life that you will get pregnant.
No,
and the contract. Wait, no, listen. You have to find the off button on you and listen to me. I need to know, legally speaking, you want me to handle this like a legal binding contract, so I am. And so I'm looking at the contract, and do you realize that your contract does not say how many times he's going to donate sperm? All it says is he's going to donate sperm. According to what I'm reading in the contract, if he does it once, he's not in violation of the contract. It just says he's going to donate sperm. It doesn't have this incredible schedule that you ended up concocting with him. Okay, it just says he's going to donate sperm. Do you understand that? That you didn't put in there twice a day? You know that you didn't put that in there. Yes or no? Do you know that?
I know it's not in the written contract, but we made a verbal agreement. Okay. I mean, that's like the reason why we're here, so that we can say whatever verbal conversations that we had between each other. And if he admits to that verbal.
Yeah, there was a verbal agreement, but the verbal agreement was I was going to do it as much as I could, and it got to the point where I couldn't do it.
Right, and it's not. And according to you,
I tried my best. I did.
And he doesn't just pull out of the agreement. What he says to you is, can you work around my schedule? And it's like, no, we're gonna no. You got a lot of issues you didn't have before. I don't want to work around that schedule.
No.
Actually,
doing all that, we never told him no. We never gave him attitude. We never did any of these. When he said he had all this stuff going on.
Prove to me that there was a schedule that you didn't put in this contract. You who have thought of everything, because you're educated. You look through this stuff. You research this stuff. You've thought about this stuff. Okay? You're not doing this lightly. You're not. I know you're not. I know it. And can you tell me why you didn't put in here what it would take from him? You didn't put it in there. You didn't say, and you didn't say it. And so now you guys are claiming he's got to produce twice a day for 14 days. And he's saying, no, I'm supposed to do it as often as I can. That's what our agreement was. And now I have nothing to prove, your words versus his words. And it's not like the guy wasn't trying for the love of God. He was trying. I realized that it didn't work. But, you know, is this your last shot at this or something? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what you've convinced yourself of, that it is. And that's why there's so much pain in your eyes right now, Candy. But, you know, the bottom line is I have to look at this contract and say, did he breach a contract? Or did he substantially comply with the contract? The contract that you've put in front of me, he totally complied with. All it says is donate. The contract that you're arguing that he... Thank you. That you're arguing that you had a verbal agreement with him on, I find he substantially complied. He's only human. There's a human side to this. Even if you want to dispense with the human side, there is a human side to this thing. This kid really tried. You know, then it just became too much. Okay? But whatever caused it to break down, we're going to put to a side. That's something you've got to reflect on so that you figure it out for the next person in case you're in this situation again. What you need to realize is this. I've got a contract that you chose. You chose, okay? Now let me read to you item number 30. Each party acknowledges and agrees that any changes made in terms and conditions of this agreement shall be made in writing and signed by both parties. This is your contract. Mm-hmm. That means that any oral agreement you make can't modify the written agreement. This is your card. I didn't sign this, hon. You did. So, you know, when you do that, you can't cry to me. He did it only 12 days and he was supposed to do it 14. That's not how it works, okay? I wish you the best of luck. I urge you to think about something. You know, it's easy for me to say I have 3 of my own children, okay? But I urge you, I beg you, to think about the concept of adoption with all the babies out there that need good mothers, okay? I urge you, I beg you to think about adoption. But if that's not something you want to do and you still want to proceed on this route, you just have to understand that there's a lot of intangibles. It's not mechanical, okay? The agreement isn't mechanical, the anatomy isn't mechanical, and there's going to be a lot of heartache before, hopefully, there's a payoff. All right? Good luck to you. Verdict for the defendant.
So the verdict is in for the defendant here, and so plaintiff's coming out of the courtroom first. Come on in, poor things here. Obviously, tears coming down. What's going through your mind right now? Any of you?
We just felt like, you know, he could have... We did have an agreement,
and it was just.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's just a sad situation altogether.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep trying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Come on in here. All right. Step on in here. Tell me what you think of the outcome of this case. And
I never foresaw this ever becoming a legal matter, and I definitely wasn't just in it for the money.
How much money did you get?
I didn't make any money on it. Whatever money they gave me, I used for gas to getting to their house.
Well, what did you think was going to happen when you went into this contract?
Once they got pregnant, I was going to get $2,000, and I was going to put that towards tuition.
I know, but did you think it was just going to happen right away?
I never tried anything like this before, so it was.
You really didn't think. You really didn't think it through. You didn't think about these possibilities.
I thought it through. I thought about the morality of it. I thought it totally through.
Okay. Would you do this again?
Under the right circumstances, yeah.
Well, folks, the defendant won this case, and honestly, I agree with that outcome. I do believe that he deserves to win this case. But at the end of the day, this wasn't just a medical procedure like most people want to do. This was a Craigslist collaboration that has gone off the rails. The plaintiffs wanted synchronized pregnancies, which is almost impossible, and then found a donor online and signed a DIY contract from Google. That is about the same amount of holdup in a game of Monopoly. And now they're shocked that he bailed after they started, using syringes and making him come more times, and he basically had, a raw turkey. And to be honest with you, him deciding to bail in the situation was ironically the smartest decision anyone made in the entire situation. Now they want their money back, and they didn't even give him anything. So I don't understand why they're even suing him. There are more red flags in this story than a mattress polo tournament. And what's shocking the whole time that no one brought up is that this dude has a girlfriend, and she was there by his side. I don't know a single female that would be totally fine for their boyfriend to drive 45 minutes away to go crank it out and go give 2 women his seed. I feel like that would be one of those lies of a guy when he's cheating on you. It's like, oh, don't worry, I found these ladies on Craigslist and they just want me to get them pregnant. I mean, what woman would be like, oh, I believe you on that one? So in my opinion, this case is strange. I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that they had a case? Did he break the contract? Whose side are you on? And would you find someone like this on Craigslist if you wanted to get pregnant that bad? Let me know.